Welcome to another episode of Smoking NERF News. This is episode 3, and this is a week before I leave for Christmas to go back to California and visit my parents and everything else. That JetBlast was actually flying me out there, like, on their own dime. Such a great boss, Jason is. I can't even say he's a boss. He's friend, you know? And he's been a very, very good friend. He's like, whatever you need, I'll help you, you know? And what should be known is I'm not scared of work. I'm not scared of my boss. I'm not scared of my other coworkers. Oh, no, we have tons of fun. We talk. They love my humor. They like talking to me. I like talking to them. I'm more scared of failure. I'm scared of one morning I'm going to wake up at 11 and go, oh, shit. Like when we had if we had some big meeting with like a supplier from Taiwan or something, or messing up a report so bad they lose a contract, or misplacing a purchase order for like 5,000 shells or something. I mean, I have a lot of fears. Now, back when I was working, I worked with my dad's company. I basically worked there half my life, okay? And I had everything together. If the fire department came by and wanted to inspect our MEK peroxide, shelves, okay, here it is. Those yellow cabinets, that's them. We have a permit for 22 cases. Is there any way we can get a permit for 30? I would be just on top of it. Boom, 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 boom. If we ever ran into a supplier, maybe Cargill, who was our resin supplier, then I could talk to Cargill, which later became Ashland Chemicals, so that was Ashland later on. Yeah, I know what to say. I know what to do. I know how to handle myself, you know. Anything. I mean, our wood supplier, Fontana Wood, our customers, Lance Campers, establishment, Walt Disney, show and ride division. So if you ever go to a Disney park, there's a good chance that every once in a while you'll see one of our parts that we actually built. Not many, because we were never the lowest bidder, but there's a few. Okay. I knew how to handle employees. I knew how to handle everything. But that was 10 years ago. And then the company did not go chapter 11 or chapter 7. We closed up, paid off all our debts, everything. But I was out of work for 10 years. It's kind of hard when you devote yourself to running a family company. And then all of a sudden, you're out there, and I just couldn't find a job. And then one day, my hobby turned into a career. And it's still a job. I still have reports. I still have stuff. I mean, even today, talking to potential distributors, that sort of thing. Even today, just I did it on my own. Nobody told me to work at all on Saturday. I did it on my own because I really want what's best. But that is my fear. So a lot of times I go to work and I'm kind of shaky, kind of nervous, a little, and that's going away. I think it will be gone January for sure, but it's hard. It's hard, you know. But I highly suggest anybody who gets down on their luck and doesn't have a job or doesn't think they can't have a job. Nope. My life proves it. Nope. There is a place for you somewhere. Somewhere there is a jet blaster that needs you. That is the truth. Somewhere there is somebody whose company is struggling because they have no one like you. Somewhere there is some miserable SOB who cheats his boss, doesn't clock in on time, does a half-assed job. And we're talking not just people that work at like Kmart or 7-Eleven. We're talking people that work in the corporate world. We're talking people that pull six-figure salaries, some of these people, okay? Somewhere you're needed. And if you're weak, where can you strengthen up? Where can you be better? Okay? So I wanted to start this episode with that statement right there. Especially to my friends who work at Jet Blaster, know that I'm doing a great job considering how little I had done anything for 10 years. But and I know that there are things I need to be improved. I know that, and I'm doing really good. But if you ever see me like kind of shaky, well, that's why. It's not you, it's me, you know. But at any rate, I'm doing just absolutely great. Next week, we're going to fix the issue with the Zeus 2. We actually have springs, catch springs. that we are bringing in 3 different sizes. They're actually different diameters but the same thickness to fit stock in a Zeus 2 so that people aren't trying to put in a full-size spring and then it gets jammed up. I ran into online, Facebook, we ran into one person who was having trouble with it and got really, really upset with it and frustrated. And it was because the Zeus 2 on the back stock, instead of being straight like a long shot, and then your stock on the outside is bigger, the stock is the same size as the rest of the blaster, but that area shrinks. Because that area around the rear stock shrinks, that means your closed space is less. And that means now you need a spring with less coils. And if you try to put a normal spring in there, it will just get squished in there and it won't work. So, me and Colin had the idea, let's just order springs and try it out next week. Cool. So we get them on Monday, we're gonna try it. The other thing we're trying next week is the prototype for the actual long shot kit. That is gonna be exciting. That is gonna be very exciting. And because we're gonna have an actual all-inclusive long shot kit. No, not just a breech and a bolt sled and and maybe a plunger, a plunger cup and a catch. No, all-inclusive, baby. Everything you need to build a long shot with a plunger tube, with a trigger, with all your springs, all your screws, everything ready to go. This is going to be really cool because when the long shot is gone and Hasbro's discontinuing the long shot, this will still be available. Aha! And the pricing looks incredibly great. $135 MSRP for a Stefan pusher. And by the way, that Alpha Stefan pusher is fantastic. Kit with the shell. How can you bitch about that, man? I mean, there are lots of things people don't like about the shell. Oh, it's not artifact compatible. Oh, it's not this. Oh, it's not that. And I've gone and done my best to help it. But I'm also refining it. It's like what I'm doing with the catch spring. Okay, we're going to a full size, a full kit. Everything. Okay, one that can do full size, one that can do half. The first prototype, the one I'm getting, is just going to be Stefan. But we're working also on a full-length breech. That's going to be incredible. $135 USD for a high-performance long shot. 14 kilograms out of the box. That has a good air seal. That has a good air dump. That has a good power, pump action, adjustable stock. And yes, we're gonna make different grips, and we're gonna make a different stock too, as an add-on. Okay. There are lots of things I don't even like about the Zeus. As a matter of fact, hell, there's a lot of things I don't like about long shots. Okay? But let's face it, that is definitely bang for your buck package, and I really, really like it. So, I finally caved in today. I caved in. Drac did it. I was at Black Tactical talking to Dragon about this kit. And he had a lot of really good suggestions, but I saw this, okay, and because we were talking about mags and this and that, we were talking about NERF in general, too, a pretty good conversation, and when I saw it sitting in the shelf, I had no desire to buy it, but as soon as I pulled this out of the shelf, I'm like, I'm buying it, that's it, I'm hooked, that's it, just take my money, there it is. This is mine. So, we're going to open this. Aegis Mag. And yes, I know this dates back a few years, but look how pretty this is. This is gorgeous. Wow. Look at this. This is the same one that Drac has been showing off. And it makes me wonder. This is great. Wow. It makes me wonder, did we abandon this idea too soon? I think so. The idea of full metal, full aluminum, open from the bottom, aluminum pusher, everything. mean, let's face it, Nerf mags are two-sided, okay? And they're bolted together. Why are we sticking to that? Well, it's really easy, because if you have one side of a magazine, you can just flip it over into the other, a lot like the Explorer X-Mags are done. As a matter of fact, I use Explorer 18-round X-Mags, like in my arsenal. That's what I use, okay? So, why are we not doing stuff like this? I don't know. And if not aluminum, why not better composites? Because composites will win the war. Yeah, you have some polycarb, you have some glass-filled nylon. Yeah. They can have stuff that's so fucking strong. And if you wanted to throw, wow, I actually nailed that. If you wanted to throw 40 kilograms in a long shot, you could do it. Is it practical? No. But sure won't break. And last I want to say is that there is a Nerf sale at Puntong Pasar Community Center, okay? That's 6 Puntong Pasar Avenue. Right next to it's a KFC if you want to get some chicken before afterwards. It is I believe this weekend and into next week. I think Monday's the last day. I'm not sure, but I don't really have a desire to go. Why? Because I went all the way to 205 Henderson, and all they had was junk. I mean, you saw it. It's a Hasbro clearance. All they had was junk. Now I hear, and I'm not gonna say what or where, because kind of confidential information of what, where, and when is going to be there. I hear they're going to have some better stuff, but after that sale, I'm disappointed. I really am. And then the other thing is that tomorrow, Sunday, they are having possibly the biggest hack war of the year. Okay. Last I saw, there were 40 people that were showing, according to Facebook invites. And it's a big area. We're talking 3 apartment complexes. 3. Play area in the forest. Everything. Huge. Gonna be like a big 2-hour long war. Like, one round is gonna be like 2 hours. It's gonna be pretty killer. And those guys at Hack have their shit together. They can literally take their whole team. Alex and his friends, dude. They can literally take their whole team, anybody who shows up, and even outnumbered, and beat everybody. That's some wicked shit, man. That's some wicked shit. Alex, who distributes a lot of artifact stuff. As a matter of fact, I'm buying some darts off of him. Because I need some darts, just disposable ones. Because let's face it, do you really want to lose, expensive version 2s in the forest? Nope. So I'm going to give them a shot. I'm giving everything its college try. I'm listening to everybody, giving them the college try. And I'm working my damn hardest to make this the best company there is. Things take time. I mean, like, the spring issue, for example. I have a chance to fix it. I'm fixing it, It takes time. It takes persistence. It takes getting back into that professional clique of doing office work and engineering work and your relationship with your customers, your boss, and your fellow employees. And that takes time, but I'm doing good. I'm doing really good. And I'm going to love coming home for Christmas. Which, by the way, my boss is actually flying me home on his own dime. I can't even call him boss. I call him friend. But he is. I mean, Jason Wu is awesome boss. And if he ever grows his company in the future, a job is a job, but I will say it's more get to than have to. There's a much more get to than have to ratio working here. Sure, you have to live on schedule. Sure, you have to type reports. Sure, you have to follow up on stuff. Sure, you have to follow the Gantt chart. Sure. But it's worth it. Any job, you're going to have this, But you have your off times, your relaxed times, and even when I'm doing stuff for the company and talking to other people, potential clients, even when I'm talking to the community, it's like, not a job. But I can imagine the people that aren't in the NERF community, they take a job like this. I can imagine it's like work. And not only is it work, it's work you've never done before because you've never been in this community. So at any rate, this is Chris Cartea. Don't you go changing. And I might have another Smoking Nerf News episode in the States. I'm not sure. I have to find a groovy place to smoke. But if I don't, it might not be smoking. It might be walking on the beach. It might be hanging on the beach. It might be something. I might not do an episode. So episode 4 might not be till January, but don't be surprised if middle of the week after next week I actually have an episode. Take care. Peace.